Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Oh yeah, welcome to it. Here we go. This is basically like a Friday for us. Very excited about this. Because, yeah, we got a 4-day weekend coming up.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And we got an email from Tarish. She said, hey, you know, I love the hell out of all of you, Ride or Die Nationer, but I got to do Thursday and Friday without you. Can y'all just shut the fuck up about Donald in this week and how nobody's working? My head is going to explode. Some of us, well, me, have to teach online classes.
Oh.
For the Philippines.
Oh.
You know, when their 4th of July was in June, they don't give a shit that I have to come to work non-hungover on Friday. That's tough. Yeah, there is some people that, I feel for them on that because I know that, as a buddy of mine last night, I'm like going, what are you doing Thursday night? Gonna have some drinks. He's like, I got to work on Friday. It's like, oh, that sucks, man. That's tough. So, there you go. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. So it's
oh, you are drinking a beer?
Yeah, I told you I was gonna have a beer.
Okay, I didn't think you were really into it. Nice.
It's kind of like my wife. You know what? The Mexican Queen does that. She'll ask me a question, and I'll give her the answer in words. But if I don't sell it well enough, like she's like, "Do you want to do whatever like for dinner?" I'm like, "Yeah, sounds good." She's like, "No, you don't want to do it." I'm like, what do you mean I don't want to do it? I'm like, I said, yeah, let's do it. And she's like, no, like you didn't say it like well enough. Like, she's like, we're not going to do it. I'm like, no, I really want to do dinner there. She's like, no, forget about it. I'm like,
no, you did not sell it well at all. You seemed, I think you were a bit distracted when I asked you.
I always am. Like,
but you're understated Kev too.
I am.
You're not a jazz hands kind of guy. Yes, I would like to do dinner.
No, but I know you well.
Right.
I know you well enough to where your response. I just didn't think you wanted a beer. There's nothing less or more about it. I wasn't hurt or anything, like your wife would be or something.
It's got to be me because I'm clearly saying the wrong signals. Too many people. Yeah.
Sometimes
you're just understated.
I think you're focused too, and you're understated. I think sometimes that makes you seem like you're not into things.
Yes. Sex? Yeah, that sounds good. No, you don't have sex. No.
See, that's why you're not getting laid.
Right. You want some sex? Yeah, sounds good.
You do need to jazz fingers that shit. Yes,
yeah.
I do.
If that comes your way, you better jazz hand it up.
Right. That I might be like, okay. All right, here we go. Let's make this happen.
Because I get excited about stuff. So if you're really understated, I'm like, my motherfucker doesn't want to do it. He doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You go, Virginia. It's a beer for you.
I'm good. I have to go to Rocco is currently at the dentist right now. And so when I leave here, I got to go get them from the dentist. I can't show up with a beer buzz.
Oh, okay.
That'd just be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Bad mom.
Okay. So you just don't want to.
No, it's not worth it. Everybody, all the dental ladies will talk. I don't need that.
And they'll be like, yeah.
No. Make no mistake. They're already talking.
That's fine. I just can't give them more ammunition.
Right. Okay. Let me see here. Got an email from Matthew said, hey, well, I don't think it's crazy to put your foot down as a parent for what you believe in, especially if your child is under your roof. I want to point out at the heart of the matter that it's nuts to be flipping out so much about the situation in the Dominican. We talked to a mom yesterday. Her 21-year-old daughter's boyfriend bought her a trip over the Dominican. She's like, you're not going. Daughter's like, I'm 21. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm an adult. And she's like, well, you live under my roof. I pay for your car and your insurance. So I'm saying no. And if you want to be a full adult, you're an adult when you pay for all those things. So I can tell you, no, you're not going. So anyways, addressing that, he said, it was pointed out on the show that the U.S. government has raised a travel warning. Would you forbid your child from visiting France? Both the Dominican and France are level 2 advisories. Traveling anywhere poses risks. As a foreign traveler, it's your responsibility to do your due diligence about any area you go and the do's and don'ts. while I don't necessarily judge the mother for her feelings, I think she's being closed-minded from the media-driven stigma right now, the Dominican. I'm not Dominican, so no bias here.
I'm not Dominican either, but if people are dropping dead on vacation, specifically Americans, I'm not going to go.
It is weird how it's just Is it just Americans?
Well, I think there was a Canadian too, but...
They thought they were American.
Right. Canadians are like American light.
Sometimes
American
that
light.
accent isn't pronounced unless they say the right word.
Canadians are just a nicer version of Americans.
Yes. No, that's what's going on. Yeah, no, I would say, and my daughter has gone to another country, but she was with a group that was going, and so, I felt better. But I would say that really to anybody with any kind of international travel. I mean, really, aside from, like, Canada, it's pretty peaceful and benign for the most part. Yeah, you should have your wits about you.
And have done your research.
Right. And you just need to know the ins and outs, and different places have different risk warnings and more things that you need to look out for. That's it, I would think, with the Dominican. I mean, if you got a good deal, that's just what it is. I don't think she trusts her daughter. It's a big part of it. If you had a 21-year-old kid, like if my son Colin, he's 21, if you're going to the Dominican, I'd be like, okay.
I don't think it's really got anything to do with trusting the daughter. I think you don't want her to die from whatever the fuck's going on over there. You don't trust what's going on there.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. I don't think it's anything about trusting the kid.
It's got nothing to do with trusting the daughter. I think if you wanted to go Virginia, be like, Virginia,
don't.
We know you can travel, but we don't trust what's going on there right now.
Yeah, it's scary because groups of people that have gone over there, a group of like 40-something parrot heads on a Jimmy Buffett excursion, they all got sick. Mm-hmm. So just because you're in a group, that doesn't protect you.
Yeah. Well, some people had sent in messages saying, look at the travel warnings. It's not as dire as, you would think with the media and whatnot.
The media make it a bigger deal. The media loves it, by the way. They love when someone else dies so they can report on it and make a big old deal about it.
The story and the facts remain the same. All these people are dropping dead that were perfectly healthy before they got there.
Mm-hmm. That's always the creepy stuff.
Well,
like
I wonder
young people, too.
What would put it on the same alert level as France if that email's correct? So, I mean... doesn't seem like we have the same amount of deaths. You don't hear about Americans dying in France.
Well, there's lots of actually terrorist attacks that happen in France. So, yeah, I mean.
But where are the deaths, though? I mean, as far as like in the last year. I mean, I know you had
There's been terrorist deaths in France in the past
Americans have
year.
died in France?
Absolutely.
See, I didn't know. Where was that?
There was like stabbings. There was like somebody who drove a car into a walkway.
I know the one.
Champs-Élysées or whatever, however you ever say it.
Champs-Élysées.
Yeah, Champs-Élysées. Somebody drove a car into a crowd.
Champs-Élysées, that's it. Champs-Élysées.
Whatever it is, people are trying to kill people.
Not to mention the heat wave over there right now.
But at least we know, in France, you know what it is. It is terrorism. You know that it's like, Al-Qaeda or whatever. Mm. You know what that is. The problem with the Dominican thing is it's a mystery. Nobody knows what's going on. People are just going into respiratory failure and cardiac arrest and dropping dead, and they don't know why. That, to me, is a greater risk than going to France and just, being aware of your surroundings. And, if terrorism wants to get you in France, I guess it's going to get you.
I don't have enough information to speak on the subject, so I'm going to keep talking about it.
Well, they're doing the U.S. Women's World Cup over in France right now.
That would be a prime target.
Yeah, so I wonder what it is that they do, that they equate the same danger level, if that is true, as
there are definitely
the Dominican in France.
There's definitely terrorist attacks in France for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. But I just can't remember one recently. I remember the last one I remember was the Eagles of Death Metal show.
There's been others.
It's so weird because just by watching that Taj Mahal movie where the terrorist attack happened, that's a real story, and none of us remember that story. And that was, I believe, from 2006, and that was a horrific story where over 100 people died. A lot of stuff gets lost in the media just
There's
because
so many of them.
There's so much shit to report on. We forget.
It's truly tragic, but yeah, there have been so many terrorist attacks that now it's just like, okay, I can't keep them all straight.
Yeah, and we got our own fair share here in the U.S., so.
Sure.
Yeah, think about, somebody made this point in the chat room. People from other countries look at the U.S. be going, think all the stories they're hearing. I mean, all of our headlines are
Exactly.
All these guys, the U.S. probably seems like a really crazy, dangerous place where, especially when they don't have the same liberal gun laws that we do, and they're like, oh my gosh, they probably think everybody over here is just walking around with machine guns over them, just firing off at anybody that makes them upset.
Yeah, I would talk to one guy from, where was he from? Gosh, I want to say he was from Australia. And then someone else was from India, and they were telling me that a lot of people, they always talk about America now. It's, oh, yeah, that's the place where all the school shootings happen. That's what we're kind of known for.
Sure.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it's real sad.
It is. It's terrible. So, also said something straight. Kristen said, hey, I heard you talking about playing a Bahamian vacation. And, Kevin, you mentioned Pig Beach. Yeah, there's some of the photos that we saw. Now, this is not blaming anybody for talking about Pig Beach. I love your show and all of you. Just telling you information as an FYI. When you look a little further into Pig Beach, it turns out that it's not a paradise for pigs. Like us, pigs need sun protection. Sanctuaries who have pigs put sunblock on their pigs. Pigs in the wild cake themselves in mud to protect their skin. Pigs on Pig Beach don't have access to mud, and their caretakers don't put sunblock on them. So they're subject to sunburns. These pigs are not native to this location, so they don't have the natural means to protect themselves. The pigs are not fed by their caretakers, but only by tourists and locals. They're hungry and food aggressive, which has led many to be aggressive toward people. Because there is limited room and food for them, the caretakers kill them to keep them at a level of about 25 pigs, and all the pigs there are young. Many of the piglets die compared to a farm sanctuary where piglets are well taken care of by their mothers and their caretakers. This is a tourist attraction. The caretakers that don't take good care of these pigs are profiting off of them. So there you go. You can Google Bahama Pig Beach exploitation. See pages on it.
Well, that makes me sad.
Yeah, it's tough. Really definitely kills the fun of like, oh, then I'll leave a pig on a beach.
Now I don't want to swim with the pigs.
No, I don't think you can swim with anything. You can't swim with the dolphins, can't swim with the pigs.
The manatees.
Can't swim with the manatees.
Oh, I swam with the manatee the other day. Cato's Bridge, where we go in Jupiter. There was a manatee mama and a manatee baby, and we were all snorkeling, and the guy next to me goes, oh my gosh, I just touched a manatee by accident, because the manatee swam by him and he didn't even see it coming.
It's the coolest thing. It would always happen from, I would say, 1990 to about 1995. That park in North Palm Beach I always talk about, Daisy Park, my family would call it.
I think it's called Lighthouse Park.
Yes, Lighthouse Park. And it is, so back then, they had that little pier area. They have
a little beach area.
It's very beautiful there. There was, at times, they would have it was like a family of manatees, 7 of them would always come up, look at you, wade right in the water, and they would almost like communicate with you. And then as time went on, they went gone. There's no manatees there now, but there used to be a hotbed of manatees looking at, almost winking at you. Mm-hmm. Love manatees.
You do, huh?
Can you tell?
You got to come with me to Cato's Bridge.
I'd love to.
Not every time, but 3 times I've been there, I've seen manatees.
Really?
I get so excited for them.
Yep.
They got that Manatee Lagoon thing, too, that's right in Riviera Beach, right by the bridge. Palm Beach.
Oh, yeah, I do know about that.
Go in there to see the manatees. They just kind of like hang there, and they take selfies and stuff.
They're such a cool creature. They're just peaceful as shit. They ain't trying to harm nobody.
Kind of be a good life. It's just kind of like, I'd like to just have people throw me food and I just like float.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
Ate lettuce.
Yeah, don't really move.
They're cute looking.
Yeah, actually very peaceful. Sounds like a nice vacation. Somebody said, hey, I heard you talking earlier about putting the vodka in watermelon, how to do that. Well, there's also Stoli Doli, done with a bottle of vodka in one of those containers that has a pineapple core. Let it soak for a while, then you cut it up and eat it. Very nice. Okay.
Do you ever get a buzz with Jell-O shots? I feel like those never work on me.
Depends upon who makes them.
Yeah, the ones that Lynn from KVJ Nation makes, she don't play.
Yeah, those are pretty strong.
She makes them with Everclear, I think, because they are just, whoa.
Everclear. Isn't that the cheap...
No, actually, I tried to buy Everclear recently, and Everclear is kind of expensive.
Is it?
Maybe it used to be cheaper,
It
but
used to be, yeah.
there's way cheaper stuff than Everclear.
Okay, so how much would a bottle of Everclear go for?
It was like... $16, $18.
Oh, okay. I mean, Jameson is so much money. That is an expensive drink then.
Jameson, like $29.
No, even the small bottle I want to say is like 30 plus, and then the bigger bottles in the 55,
Yeah, I think
60.
that's about right on the Everclear. I always remember I thought we paid less than $20, and we're like, okay, that's kind of cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't need a ton. It'll
Trust
really mess
me,
you up.
I had to make large batch cocktails for the Crawfish Festival, and one of our drinks that we did was called a hand grenade, and basically it's got like every like grain alcohol, gin, vodka, rum, Midori, and so we
That's
went
tough
looking.
to get in New Orleans.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a New Orleans drink, the hand grenade. It's green.
Yeah.
From the Midori, but we priced out the grain alcohol.
They should call it pickpocket because you have two of those and they're easily stealing your shit right there.
You're done.
That's
you have
really
two,
what it
and you
is.
are done. It's all alcohol, Kevin. It's vodka,
Oh, yeah.
gin, rum, grain alcohol, Midori, and a splash of pineapple juice.
3 roofies.
But we didn't put the grain alcohol in it when we made it because it was just too strong.
Yeah, people used to
At the
put.
Crawfish Festival, people would have been falling out and shitting themselves.
We'd always take a big ass trash can and put all that bullshit in there and put it out in the woods and just have a big old party.
Yeah, I know. We used to do that. We called it Harry Buffalo.
We called it jungle juice at
Yeah,
LSU.
I've heard jungle juice.
Jungle juice.
Giant plastic garbage cans filled with jungle juice.
Yeah, there used to be this wooded area out by the Jupiter area where it was kind of hidden, and everybody would have parties back there, and the cops couldn't find it usually. And it would be where the Jupiter High School would go, Dwyer, Palm Beach Gardens, Benjamin, and Cardinal Newman. And there's always be some kind of fucking fight there, always.
Those Benjamin kids get their Mercedes stuck in the mud.
Benjamin was always in the mix for some kind of a fight, always.
Really?
Because they were rich fucks, and somebody always had something to say to them, and oh yeah.
Interesting
I wonder
stuff.
if that's changed at all, or do high schools still not like each other?
I'm sure it's probably still a lot the same. Yeah, still those rivalries. Not going to change people, Bird.
No, turf war, Bird. You know
Yeah.
about turf.
Hell yeah.
Not going to change people. Got this from Ashley. Said, love you guys. Listen from Orlando. So my headphones just broke and I about died. I consider myself a clean person, but apparently earwax builds up in your headphones that you could never clean. I cannot look at my headphones the same. So gross. And as Ashley sending that, there you can see.
Oh my gosh, she sent a picture?
Oh, yeah. That
What
broke
the
and it popped
shit?
open. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Boy.
Right. There you go.
Why did you show that to me, Riggs?
Right. How about that, huh?
Oh, that's so fucking gnarly. I just can't.
That is just
I
next
just-
level.
Can't.
Oh gosh, and then we're on a delay on our KVJ TV. I just looked at it again. Shit.
Got you twice.
Got
I
it twice.
did. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. Here's another one about ear stuff. You guys think this is serious or is this trolling? This is from Michael. Laura had posted this in Lake Worth. Any tips for homemade remedies for an earache, please? And Stephanie responded, take 2 drops of your own urine. It will be gone by morning. I do it every time. It's a huge relief.
You have to drink your own piss?
I think you drop the urine in your ear. I don't know.
You're not drinking it.
But if you
can.
want to do a shot of piss, go for it, Virginia.
I thought you said drink it.
Yeah, go on ahead. Just
Wait, you put 2 drops of your own urine in your ear?
that's I think what she's saying. I mean, is that legit or is that? You never know when you're on the internet and people are giving you remedies.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to try a different way.
I'm not going to piss in my ear
Yeah.
or drink it.
Pissing in my face was enough for me for a lifetime.
Yeah, we're good. But you know, I haven't had an earache since, so maybe there's something to it. I've been great ever since. So there you go. Let me see. We have got an email here from Christian. He said, hey, yeah, I was just wondering, how much did Jaybird's pot smoking affect his relationship? That is.
What?
With pot smoking?
Is that why you lose all these
Tell me
ladies?
what I'm missing here. What's going on?
I have no idea. I would not at all put that in the top 30 of issues I've ever had with anybody in my life.
Oh, he's got a lot of issues, but maybe that ain't one of them.
Yeah, that's never been an issue.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Who wrote that?
Christian.
Signed your ex. No, it's never been an issue.
Noel said, hey, happy Wednesday. I was cracking up watching Jaybird bust his YouTube karate moves during the Bottle Top Challenge, and it made me wonder if anyone ever heard anything from Kevin's chain-smoking sensei, Phil Levering, after the KVJ Nation boosted him 45 Twitter followers a few months back. Do you ever send out a follow-up tweet to 2017's inaugural, think it's going to rain? That's what he puts. And then he disappears from Twitter forever.
He realized, some people just realize it. I've seen it. Twitter's not for me.
You're right.
But then their Twitter is still active and it's still on there. You can still find it, but they haven't posted in like 3 years.
And since they feel not all heroes wear capes, brother.
Yeah, it is. July 15th of 2017. It's been about 2 years since we've seen my former sensei on Twitter, and it was, think it's going to rain, and then that was it.
How's he
I'm going to give him a
doing?
like on that.
How's he doing? And did it ever rain?
Think it's gonna. What a terrible tweet.
And the amazing thing, too, he joined in July of 2017. He put up a tweet on the 15th, and that is it. That's his Twitter life.
He realized Twitter's not for me.
The game's hard.
He posted up his yin yang thing. That is his thing. And he's got his photo of Bruce Lee there, of course. And he put up one tweet, think it's going to rain, and he's disappeared from Twitter forever.
Can somebody do a welfare check?
Yeah, he's following 6 people. A lot of the Columbus, Ohio anchors from NBC4 who he watches.
Does he follow the Kevin Ralston?
No, he doesn't. He follows 10 TV. He's on there just basically for the news. I think he thought maybe he's going to comment on the news, and then he just quit.
He probably looked in his news feed and just said, Twitter's terrible.
Yeah, it would be great to get a face-to-face again with one Phil Levering.
It'd be great
the
to
smoking sensei.
get a lesson.
I mean, even if you can't get him face to
Honestly,
face.
if we could do a video of you and I hope he's still smoking. I don't wish that on many people, but just for the effect.
Well, it's kind of like a weapon for him. It's a positive for him.
Well, it was training. And I like going, hey, could you put your cigarette out? He's going, you should be able to dodge. And he was a mouth laugher, a nose laugher. You ever heard something? I'm like, is he laughing or is he clearing his nostrils? I didn't know what he was doing. He would laugh through his nose. It was the weirdest thing ever.
We had a veterinarian that did that, and it was uncomfortable because he laughed at his own joke.
He would laugh at his own jokes, but it would be nose laughter too on top of it. Yeah. And you're like, how is he laughing? Is he laughing or what?
It was, and then we saw this. This is a veterinarian back in the day in Lake Park. He opens up the refrigerator where all the medicine's supposed to be, and all there was fucking beer in there.
What?
Yeah, he just was this out.
It was his beer fridge?
It was his beer fridge where he kept the medicine.
That's weird.
Lake Park dog.
I want my doctor to have a separate beer fridge and medicine fridge.
Yeah, that was it. He would do, it was the weirdest thing. He would just, that's the kind of how he would just breathe. That was just Phil Levering for you. Oh, wow. Do you want to get a beer over there, Jay Bird?
I did right here.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Carbach.
What's it called?
Carbach. No, I always say a Hopadillo IPA.
Oh, okay.
Do you like this one?
Who's that by?
I think it's
Carbach.
Carbach Brewing.
Carbach. You're not lying.
I am not lying.
Yeah, I don't even think
Brewed
I know.
in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think I know who that really is.
It's like a beer real big.
We got that. Our girls from the Pizzle came and brought
yeah.
us. They brought us a whole bunch of beer, and that was one of them.
We're still going through that, huh?
I know.
Well, you don't drink anymor. What?
I
No,
drink
I know you
plenty.
do. I'm kidding.
You've seen me.
I have.
Yeah, he's like, please.
Please.
Please. Yes. All right, let me see here. Jaber and Denny's question of the day. You're being killed. The last text message you sent out is your last words. What are they?
Okay, let me see here.
I think I fingered my killer.
What?
I hope
What?
they're up for that.
I want to finger my killer.
That's the last text you sent?
Yeah, just so you know who did it.
No, the last text in your phone is the last one is your last. your dying words.
Oh, I don't get to have new dying words?
No, the game is the last text you send.
Sorry, I was fucking confused by your dumb high weed game.
Kev, I don't want
Say it again.
First of all, I wasn't high. Second of all, it's not. You're right. It's dumb. It's terrible. Move along.
So the last thing I sent is the last thing anybody knows about me.
It's your last words.
It's your last words.
Yeah, the last text message you sent out is your last words. What are they? Jaybird, you said yours was, could you please grab me 2 12-packs of Coke?
That was my last one. Yes, at the time when I sent that to you.
Could you please grab me 2 12-packs of Coke?
I really hope I say something good. I hope it's Bigfoot is real.
You should.
I love you all. Bigfoot is real.
When you go.
Mine is damn, because they're sending me pictures of Rocco at the dentist, and they got him on the gas.
That's not a bad one. You're about to die. You take your last breath. Damn! Not bad.
Do you know if he's dropped an F-bomb with any of the dental technicians?
I don't think he has, because he looks petrified. Look at his face. He looks like he is just horrified.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got to have a little dental work. Baby likes sugar too much.
Yeah, this is the time to get the drill out to go.
Yeah, that's
no
tough
more
stuff.
swearing.
Right?
Yeah, right. We're going to keep drilling until you stop swearing.
And ironically, I'm yelling at him for swearing, and my last word is damn.
Yeah.
Damn's not a bad word, though.
It's one of those light ones. Yes, we said there's different categories of the to me of I don't even know if it's swear words. I would just call it improper language.
Sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a few families I know. If I said "damn" in front of them, they would be uncomfortable.
If you say it at school, I still think you get in trouble too.
It depends. Yeah, where you say it. But yeah, I kind of got my own hierarchy. I have words that just don't ever come out of my mouth. To me, it's Lord's name in vain is number 1. N-bomb. Using now the F word to talk about somebody who is homosexual. Don't do that. And C-bomb. Those are the 4 that are at the utmost protected. Just don't, in any circumstances, really try to never say those words.
C-bomb as in the 4-letter mother of all?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny, though, how that word...
but people have kind of put whatever around it and are just like, it is the nastiest. And, just whatever society dictates.
It really is.
And so, but to me, I feel like society dictates. There's just never, ever an excuse to say that word.
What about, but you would say, damn, you would say.
What?
Damn.
Yeah. So I have my 4. Those are pretty much the 4 that are just like, no, not going to say. And everything else under that, then to me, you go, your F-bombs and... probably that's even a higher category than even an S-bomb, and that's probably a lower tier. And then you get your ass, hell, damn, which are like, okay, you can say those on TV.
If your mom was here, would you be able to say damn in front of her, or would that be kind of pushing the line in front for you?
If you're using in a term of damnation, then I'd be okay. Yes.
But if you stubbed your toe...
Mom, I keep saying I'm afraid of damnation. She would be like, all in.
But if you said, damn, this beer is warm.
My damn beer's warm. Yeah, she'd be like, wait.
First of all, why
what?
are you drinking
I don't
beer?
know. I don't know what she'd be more upset about. Which word, damn or beer? Probably
It's double
beer.
offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, or even like crap would be offensive. This crap is... No, crap's okay?
No, I can say that. In fact, it was so funny. Like my mom, who never swears, I was talking to her last week, and she was talking about something. It's probably politics and whatever, and just kind of giving me whatever. And she said, I just can't think of a better word right now, but he just doesn't have enough balls. And she's like, ooh. So that really, I'm sure she probably went right to her knees after that. It's like, I'm sorry, Lord, I couldn't find a better way to say.
There was a time where we didn't say the word balls on the air. I remember we got in trouble because Virginia said balls on the air, and it was a thing. It turned into a meeting. But now we kind of say balls a bit on the air.
We've said balls.
Yeah.
You just can't go balls. You gotta use it sparingly.
The best was when you said titty on the air, and we got into, we got into such a sit down meeting, and it was so funny because our boss at the time, he kept replaying it titty, titty, titty. Now, is this acceptable, guys? Titty, titty, titty. And that made it even funnier.
Yeah, you are honestly it's like you're doing a comedy bit right
Yes.
now.
Are you trying to make me piss my pants?
You're making me feel better about playing and letting Virginia say titty, titty, titty over and over again.
And that was pretty much my first meeting when we got in trouble. That was about a month into being on Wild.
That was the first. It wasn't the last.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I rank everything out. It's all got its own different little hierarchy. And it depends upon where you are in the world and who you're hanging out with and all that kind of stuff.
And it changes, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
just
does.
think about how we used to feel about balls and how we feel today.
Yeah.
Balls are less offensive, even though in person they're super offensive.
Well, that's the one thing in college. One of the classes I took that was really kind of cool. It was like a language class. And so they kind of broke up root words, the prefix, the root, and then the suffix. And you could learn a lot of words from that. But that was the main theme that I got out of it is language is always changing. It always evolves. It always has. It always will. That's the one thing that is never set. We will talk differently in 20 years than we talk now.
You're right.
And
Because
that's
young
just it.
people change it.
Yeah, and things that were good are bad and good, and they flip-flop and whatever. And that's why, to me, I kind of learned from that. I don't get too overly hung up over language. To me, there's a few that just, you can lock those in. They're
For
probably
sure.
going to stay bad.
Absolutely.
But other than that, for the most part, yeah.
I hear you. Fuck it.
Right. Exactly. All right, well, you guys enjoy your weekend. We will have some different stuff KVJ playing. I'm going to have Denny's post up podcast. I know because people are just used to downloading it, so we'll make sure you have content there. Just like if we were doing a regular week, and it wasn't the 4th of July, so that'll be there for you. So check that out. You'll hear some great stuff that you probably haven't heard for a while, maybe stuff you've never heard.
Yeah.
So definitely go and check all that out. So, and enjoy yourselves, and we will talk to you on Monday. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.